Hey, so I am now about 33.6, then say it really exactly, weeks pregnant. And it has not been the easiest beginning of getting into that week 30. I was so excited. I'd kind of been really wanting to get to 30 weeks. It just sounded so much more like you're about to have the baby, and just started feeling really, really unwell. So I did do a vlog about it before, and I'm looking absolutely terrible, but ended up in hospital. But I'm on the iron tablets now. I'm feeling so much better, loads better. Totally stopped my dizzy spells, and also I think they did say to me in the hospital, maybe you're not eating enough, and I thought, well, I feel like I'm eating loads, but I think I was just eating bigger portions. But actually, obviously, you need to eat more regularly is what they meant. So I'm eating a lot more. Like, my appetite has changed. I literally every couple of hours need to eat something, so that's also really helped, I think, just to sustain that kind of feeling of wellness for the whole day. And then it sort of tails off towards the end of the day. So I wake up really hungry and eat a lot, and then in the evening, baby is moving so much, I just don't want to eat quite so much. I'll show you my bump. It is really big, and then I will tell you a funny story from the midwife this week. So here is the baby. Look how big that is now. Really, really big bump. I'm wearing this t-shirt, is from Topshop Maternity, and I have these coated maternity leggings from New Look Maternity. They're very shiny. But if they're going to make Sandra D pants in maternity, who am I to turn it down? They actually make me feel quite snazzy. But yes, I went to the midwife, and I'm measuring 2 weeks further along than I should be. So basically my bump is just really big. That's quite normal, I think, with third babies, because this is my third. You kind of get bigger each time because your body, there's just less muscles there. And to be honest, my tummy was quite big before I even got pregnant this time round. So yes, I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. So I kind of also think, how can you measure a bump average? We are all such different shapes and sizes. I'm 5'4", not particularly tall, and I've got quite a small middle. So you're going to pop out a bit more, and then you have tall people and wide people, and anyway, there's some kind of average, and I'm 2 weeks beyond it. But they did send me for a growth scan just to check on that, and baby is totally average in terms of baby size. The fluid around the baby is totally fine, so no worries about having a ginormous baby, just a ginormous tummy, which I can deal with. I'm happy with that. So I'm feeling so much more reassured, and it's just getting to the stage now where I was at the midwife this week for this 34-week check, even though I'm a couple of days before that. And next time I go, we'll talk about the birth plan. So I did a birth plan vlog over for Channel Mam with some really lovely vloggers like Natasha Bailey, Emily Norris, and Lilipod and Sweet Pea, which was really fun. So go and check that out. And I'm going to start thinking now about my own birth plan. We're doing actually NCT again. So you may have heard of NCT, which is a kind of antenatal class that you do, that you pay for. So it's a charity, National Childcare Trust, I think it's called, and they run these antenatal classes. So the main benefit of it is just meeting other people. It's basically like paying to have friends. And I did it with Freddie, my first baby, but he's nearly 7, and that whole group of kind of people have moved away, or nobody else is having a baby the same time as us. And I didn't do it with my second baby, Finn, and I kind of missed it, because I missed just having somebody to call who was at the same stage as you within baby's development, and kind of ask those questions that you're kind of so anxious about. So this time around, we're doing this, they do a refresher course. So we're doing NCT refresher for a full day tomorrow, meeting loads of other pregnant mums and their partners, and we spend a whole day, just a 1-day session. And also I think that techniques have changed a lot. So my midwife was explaining to me about delayed cord clamping, which didn't exist even 3 years ago, and I had Finn. So it's crazy how trends change. I noticed that a lot between Freddie and Finn. In those 3 years, all the advice on breastfeeding and how to latch had changed. So learning about that, which is just a way of delaying them, cutting the cord until the baby's got all the last of the nutrients from it. So yeah, I'm excited to learn some new stuff. And also I just think it's a good way to engage like Henrik in this whole process, my husband. I just think he's kind of, now that I'm getting big, he's been amazing. He's been getting home from work earlier to try and help out like once a week. That's good. I mean, it's tough. His job doesn't finish in time really. And just helping me, looking after me a lot more. So she basically just said to me, "You're really shattered." The midwife was like, "You look shattered." Thanks. But I'm still working. I've still got 2 more weeks of work, and I commute into London with this giant bump. I mean, can you imagine the looks that I get? It's kind of like, feels like there's like a stage of pregnancy when you just should be like indoors. No one wants to see you anymore. They can't cope. And it's slippery on those autumn leaves. My back is starting to hurt. Like my lower back, not my hips. My hips killed last time. Every time I turned over in bed, I've got the lower back ache just starting. So I'm hoping I'm going to avoid that too bad. And I've started getting cramps in my calves, which I never had. I totally dodged that symptom with my first 2. It is amazing how different all the pregnancies are. I feel like this time round I've experienced the sickness, which I didn't have with the first 2, the cramps, which I didn't have. I avoided things like the massive headaches that I had with the boys. I haven't had those ginormous headaches, but I have had a lot of dizziness, which I didn't have with the boys. So who knows, the pregnancies are very different. I'm still thinking it is a baby boy. My husband is still thinking it is a baby girl. So we're nearly about to find out, and now I'm just getting super duper excited. I'm going to start shopping like crazy. I've literally booked my whole first week of my maternity leave. I told my husband I'm just staying in bed and online shopping. Like, prepare for this like credit card bill, because it's going to happen. I'm just kind of getting that nesting instinct so badly. I want to just redecorate the house. I want to have everything ready. I want to pack the suitcase and have it in the car. And he's like, "You're only like 34 weeks. It's not due until Christmas Eve." But I just feel this real urge now to prepare my nest and be all organised. So yeah, really feeling positive, feeling good, looking forward to my antenatal classes. I will update you next week. I'm really hoping now that when I finish work I can do these vlogs really weekly or a couple of times a week, and more day in the life stuff, because that's the stuff that I love doing. And yeah, I'm really excited to get a bit more time to spend with you guys over the next few weeks. So I hope you are all well. If you've liked this video and you want to follow me on the rest of my pregnancy journey and see what I have, you can just click subscribe on the little red button below, and you'll just get a notification when you log on to YouTube if there's a new video from me. I'd really appreciate it. And have a brilliant week. Take care, guys. Bye bye.